Till now we have encountered hill climbing algorithm, but the problem with hill climbing is it never goes downhill, right? So it sometimes gets stuck at local minima. Again, on the other hand, so this was the problem that we were discussing about being exploitative, only exploiting the best, the not only the best, the good solution that I have at hand, exploiting only that one. The other alternative is total random search with no criteria at all. That way you will explore the search space and only explore. That this hill climbing is pure exploitation. Random search is just, let me remind you, random search and random restart hill climbing are not the same. Random search is just you generate from a current node, you generate the successor nodes, and then in a random fashion, and you choose any successor node in a random fashion. There is no rule at all. In this way you will explore the search space. You may also reach the global maxima, but this is highly inefficient because you do not know whether your algorithm will ever terminate at all. For a very large search space, it will never terminate. You do not know whether it will ever get close to the global maxima. So it is highly inefficient. So simulated annealing tries to make a blend of the two, a blend of exploration and exploitation. But before that, let me go into the name of the thing. Why simulated annealing has such a name? It sounds a bit different, na? Annealing is actually, simulated annealing means it's a mimicking of the annealing process. The annealing is a metallurgical process used for hardening metals, and in that you first heat up a metal and then you cool it down to a very low temperature crystalline state. That way the metal gets hardened very well. So we are kind of mimicking that procedure, and since we are simulating that annealing procedure, our algorithm will be called simulated annealing. So let us start with our simulated annealing procedure. What are the inputs here? I have a problem given. I have a start state given. Another thing that I have here is called schedule. What is the schedule? We will understand slowly. You remember that I just told about the metal is heated to a high temperature and then it is cooled very slowly so that it goes to a very low temperature crystalline state and gets hardened very well. So it's a mapping from time, that is computation time, to a parameter T called temperature. which means that this time means the number of iterations. As the iterations increase, time increases means the iterations of the algorithm increase. Something will happen to a parameter called capital T, and what will happen is guided by a mapping function called the schedule. Right? Okay. What will happen actually? We want to cool. So as the time t increases, I should say small t, okay, time small t increases, that is the number of iterations increases, the temperature T, capital T, this thing decreases, means with time we are cooling, as if it's a simulation. What is the first step? Current is my start state. That is always the first step. Now, for t equal to 1 to infinity, let us, I will tell you what do I mean by t equal to 1 to infinity. First, for this time parameter, this is actually the number of iterations that we are into. As t increases, the capital T decreases. How does it decrease? According to my function schedule, which takes input as time t or iteration t and gives me a temperature capital T. If t equal to 0, return current, means my cooling process has been completed, so my algorithm has come to an end, return the current state as the solution. If that is not the case, then how do I choose my next state? In hill climbing, we were choosing the neighbor state as the best successor of the current node. Here we will choose a randomly selected successor of current. See, here I am incorporating a flavor of random search. Then delta E. What is delta E? Delta E is the difference between the value of the next node minus and that of the current node. I find out what is the difference. If that is positive, what do I mean by when delta E is greater than 0? What is the implication? The implication means my next node is actually better than the current node from the point of view of maximizing an objective function. Then I accept the next node as my current node. In fact, this was which we were doing in our hill climbing. So here it is greedy again. But if delta E else means if delta E is less than equal to 0, delta E greater than equal to 0, the opposite condition is less than or equal to 0, means either the next state is at par with my current state, which is the case in which either the next node is on a shoulder, we are on a shoulder or on a plateau, or the next node is worse than the current node. In case when the next node was worse than the current node, what were we doing in hill climbing? We were totally rejecting it and we were terminating the algorithm there. And sometimes we were getting stuck at local maxima due to that. In simulated annealing, what we will do is, even in such cases, we will accept with a probability e to the power delta E by capital T. Now you must be thinking that probability is always less than 1. How can I have a probability e to the power delta E by T? Just note that this else means e to delta E is either less than 0 or equal to 0. In case it is equal to 0, this probability is at most 1, and if in the other case where delta E is negative, so e to the power negative something and T is positive means ultimately the value becomes less than 1. So it is a valid probability value. So what is actually happening here? This is the simulated algorithm. We have finished writing the simulated algorithm, and this loop goes on. So what actually is happening is this in simulated annealing, the algorithm, instead of picking the best successor, firstly it chooses a randomly selected successor of the current. Now what it does with the next node? With the next node, it sees whether it is better than current or worse than current. If it is better than current, then it of course chooses it. If it is worse than the current, then it chooses with a probability e to the power delta E by T. So this is the, as you can see, I will point out, this is the exploit stage, where if you are getting a better valued node, you are accepting it with certainty, and this is the exploring mode, where you are accepting a worse node even with some probability, with some finite probability you are accepting a worse node also. So you are doing an exploration and exploitation, a mix of both. But there's a trick to it. The trick is, as you usually what our parents say is, experiment with your life when you are young. As your age increases, you will find your true calling, and then settle for something you are really liking. As your age increases, at a higher age, reduce your experimentation and settle for something concrete, right? That is what we do. So simulated annealing also does that. How? Because as small t increases, capital T decreases. When capital T decreases, 1 by capital this thing, what happens to 1 by T? When T decreases, 1 by T increases. But delta E by T, when delta E is negative, means delta E by T, again the value is more negative. When the value is more negative, means the probability becomes lesser, right? I will just point it out here so that you do not get mixed up. As my algorithm is going on, my iterations are going on, T is increasing. So capital T is decreasing, means because we are simulating a cooling down process. This is my temperature parameter. So 1 by capital T goes up, if 1 by capital T goes up with a negative delta E, this thing becomes more negative. Now tell me one very simple thing, 2 to the power minus 2 and 2 to the power minus 3, which one has a lesser value? Of course 2 to the power minus 3. Similarly, when delta E by T becomes more and more negative, e to the power delta E by T becomes lesser. This means as my iterations increase, the probability of me, or of the algorithm, not of me, of the algorithm accepting a bad move decreases. That is, the algorithm explores more during the earlier stage of the iterations, but as the iterations increase, as the algorithm explores the search space more and more, slowly and slowly it starts exploiting the search space. So this is, the probability decreases exponentially, as I should say. So what we have to do is, I hope you have understood this thing. I will explain once more in a single line. Here we have seen what? Here we are seeing that our algorithm is doing both exploitation and exploration. If it gets a better move, it always accepts it. That is exploitation. If the algorithm gets a worse move by chance, then even then it does not reject it completely. It accepts it with a probability e to the power delta E by T. But since this capital T comes from a schedule function which takes an input the number of iterations, as the number of iterations increases, capital T decreases, then 1 by capital T increases, then delta E by capital T, since delta E is negative, becomes more and more negative, which means e to the power delta E by T becomes lesser and lesser, which means as the algorithm goes on and on progressively, the probability of accepting a worse state decreases. So it has been found, and it can be somehow shown also, but we will not go into that, that if this schedule, the schedule function that we are talking about, if this is slow enough, which means it is such a function which lowers this capital T parameter very slowly, the algorithm will find a global optimum comes out with probability of almost 1. This has been seen and it can also be shown somehow, but we are in this course, we will not go into that proof. This algorithm was first extensively used to solve VLSI layout problems in the early 1980s, and from then on it has been applied widely to factory scheduling and other large scale optimization tasks. So this is the essence of simulated annealing algorithm. And as you can see that the hill climbing algorithm had some problems like local maximal and plateaus, all those things. The simulated algorithm has somehow tried to mitigate all those problems. For delta equal to 0 is the plateau problem. The local maxima problem was due to the greediness of the algorithm, the pure exploitation strategy. So it has kind of taken into account some properties of random search, some exploration of the search space also, an exploration. And how does it trade off? I told you that there should always be a trade-off between the exploration and exploitation. The trade-off is this probability e to the power delta E by t. Sometimes I take the bad move, sometimes I don't take. So that is the probability gives me the trade-off, and that probability is again in turn guided by two things. One is delta E, which is a property of the search space, because delta E means whether my successor nodes are better or worse. But what is the capital T is a variable which can be tuned by us. And how do we tune that? By designing different types of schedule functions. And as we have made a qualitative comment also, that if the schedule function is designed such that it lowers capital T very slowly, it has been seen that simulated annealing gives me the global optimum, whether it is maxima or minima, with probability approximately equal to 1, which means with almost certainty.